fucking beautiful.
Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Algebra 101. I'll be your teacher, Mr. Touchy-Feely. Who wants an apple? I do. Who's got it? All right, how are you? Wednesday. Gonna say it's Wednesday. Did you catch me on Crowder this morning? I thought I was terrific, even though I haven't done it yet. And catch me tomorrow on Crowder. You got to do that. You got to sign up for Mug Club. It's killer. You got a guy named Gerald, who's in the second seat. He's unbelievably smart. Went to Notre Dame, religious but funny as hell. I can't figure him out as a person. I'm great at reading people. I should have been a cop. I can read their body language. I can't figure this fucking guy. And of course Crowder, who's off the charts smart, and the shit's all backed up with facts. And when they put a sketch together, it's like a $40,000 production, and people. I mean, there's a reason his show exploded, and fucking YouTube, I think booted him again, or unbelievable. Thank God for Rumble. So anyhow, what has happened? I woke up a couple days ago, Sunday. I'm tying my shoes. I'm bent over, and I go to stand up. I get a searing pain that made me see little dots, and I could feel it stiffening, which is normal when you're my age. You're tying your shoes, especially if you've been doing high impact fucking exercises for 25. It's not really good for your spine. Eventually, I've been waiting for this day. Anyways, it kind of mellowed out over the weekend, and this morning, the only time it feels good is when I'm laying down or standing. So I'm really excited about being on a plane the next couple days for 2.5 hours. Today I got up, I was this close to texting my wife, hey, somebody has to wipe my ass. Of course, she would have gave me the finger emoji, and I would have done the same thing to her. But holy fuck, man. Right now, like when I'm sitting, it slightly hurts. But when I stand up, I'll see stuff. And you guys I've never had back problems. Yeah, when I was an athlete, I might have pulled something. It was temporary. I knew it was muscle. And I knew I was bent over a little bit. It's like, this is horrible. That's why I remember Larry Bird would be laying down, waiting to go into the game. He'd be laying on his stomach in front of the bench. That's how bad his back was. Then he'd go in and put up 40 against the Lakers, Fucking mentally tough. Anyways, that's enough of that old man shit. I'll be dead soon enough. What's the big headline today? More liberal scum? What the hell does that mean? Vice President Harris has chosen Minnesota Governor Tim Walz to be her running mate as she heads toward a November face-off against former President Trump, according to two sources familiar with these jackoffs. Walz, 60, emerged as a dark whore. No, that's her. Dark horse. I thought he was younger than that. I don't know why. Contender for the number 2 slot as chatter over the high-profile names, in particular Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Democrat and Jew, so they couldn't pick him. It would piss off their Hamas friends. That's easy to read. These people are filthy to the core. They're anti-Semitic, everything they tell you are. They're fucking hateful. They're liars. They tried to kill President Trump. I don't give a fuck. No more talking to him. That should be Trump's thing. Fox News should, whatever. He should ignore it all and go, I'm not talking to anybody, any pride. Just, I don't know. Shoot somebody back. No, you can't. You're not with a gun. Again. Rubber bullet.
Spitball.
No, that's not enough. Something's really going to sting. They put a girl's out with a beanbag, a girl's eye out when the Red Sox won their last World Series. Cop hit a girl that fucking blinded her. Good for him. Governor Shapiro and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. Those are the last ones that dominated the early portion of the VP stakes. But the Minnesota governor saw his profile rise after he blew somebody behind a dumpster considerably over the past week, especially after a viral cable news interview in which he derided some Republicans as weird. A line of attack later adopted by national Democrats, right? Democrats, not just the Democrats, the media. You can catch this on Fox or whatever. They'll show 12 different shows in one day using the word weird. because you know they're all singing off the same music sheet. It's so embarrassing. Imagine that. Yeah, they're weird. And that makes him, that's why she chose him?
Watch your fat fucking mouth.
Exactly. Anyways, I think it might be good news for Trump. Walz was also seen by many as a safer choice for Harris, thanks to his liberal bona fides and the fact that some of the other contenders had come under fire from certain segments of the left. But he is not without vulnerabilities. Republicans are likely to use some of his policy positions on abortion and LGBT issues to paint him as a radical liberal, just as they have with Harris. Walz was governor of Minnesota. You guys remember this? The minute I heard that she picked him, I got this visual in my head. When the riots were going on and Minneapolis was burning the fuck down, he was up in his thing hiding, and then he had the balls to come out like on day 3, thinking he was going to be accepted as a hero by Antifa and all those street thugs, and they chased him up the street practically, which was sweet. Good luck defending that. I'm sure he was in on defunding the police after that was all over, too. Maybe not, but whatever. He's as liberal, if not more liberal than her. Walz was governor of Minnesota, right, during the riots that followed the murder of George fucking Floyd. And Republicans are certain to highlight images of that tumultuous time. Gee, you think?
You're a loser. You'll always be a loser.
That's her talking to him on day 1. How about the fact that nobody even talks about her staff leaving her in droves. Remember? Out of 47, 40 walked or something. She's a twat. I'd use stronger words, but, you know, it's YouTube and the Google Alphabet company, who's in fucking, actually somebody found them liable. We'll get to that in a few minutes. It's amazing that the Republicans or the right even are in any races with the fucking internet being rigged, all the mainstream media rigged again. Think about that. Just think about that. And they still win here and there. So who's really... What I don't understand is how come since Nixon, how come the media hasn't become more? How come the people on the right haven't taken control of the media? It seems like they haven't even made an effort other than Fox News, right? And that's not even fucking right wing. You got News America or One America, whatever the fuck, and I don't know how many people watch them. A lot of people jumped from Fox to that, and I understand why. But how come we don't have any more outlets? We have a couple of radio shows, Mark Levin. It's been like that forever. Rush Limbaugh and one channel. It's been like that forever. What are you guys doing? Are you in on it? Ever think of that? Sound like Fredo. I'm your older brother, Mike. You ever think of that? It's not the way Pop wanted it. That's the way I wanted it. Fredo just pulled his muscle. Shoot me, Mike. Shoot me.
I'm not walking you down the stairs.
Oh, no. Fuck that. I'll fall down. Roll to my car. By the way, me and Dallas get here, and usually the parking lot's kind of full. 30, 40 cars or whatever. But because of the tumultuous rain, which I didn't even hit a puddle on the way here, fucking me and him are the only one in the building. Whoops. That's how excited I am. I threw my pen. We're the only ones in the building. I'm thinking about breaking into the place next door. I don't know. I heard there's coke over there. Or the black barbershop. Folks, kids, I'm kidding. That would be fun to go in there. I bummed a cigarette once. That was the weirdest scene right out of a movie. We weren't in the building a week. I was still smoking. I didn't have a fucking lighter. So I walked in there, and it was right out of a movie. White guy walking to a black barbershop. Black barber, about 400 pounds, cutting a black guy's hair, and there's 3 other black guys like in chairs. And they weren't there for haircuts. I walk in, hey, fellas. They don't even go, what's up? Just fucking stare at me.
Record scratch.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It was a record scratch moment. But I bummed the light, and I said, I'm not bringing this back, and I took off. No, I didn't. I lit it right in the chair. There you go, fella. Anyways, I always want to go in there and interview. That would be, I feel like we have gold sitting there. Either that or you and I are dead by the end of the weekend. Anyways, let's move on to another story, shall we? I think we shall. Google this is the headline. Google this, you MFer.
Hear ye, hear ye. The court's in session. The court's in session now. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Alphabet's Google broke the law, that's their company, with an illegal monopoly online search, a federal judge ruled on Monday. The first big win for U.S. antitrust authorities who have filed several lawsuits challenging big tech's market dominance, as we say in Boston. Market dominance. Fucking market dominance. Come on, Tommy, look it. We got a video of what? I don't even know. Oh!
G O O O G L E Gulu Gulu.
That's a high school class in Detroit. Honest
You
to
mean
God.
Dearborn?
Yes. Dearborn, specifically. Although I don't even know if you have to go to Dearborn now. It's really spreading out there. How cute was that? Google, she said. Good for her. She speaks English, though? Apparently, around. By the way, that's Ilhan Omar's sister, Stephanie Omar. What? You heard me. The ruling paves the way for a second trial to determine potential fixes, possibly including a breakup of Alphabet that would change the landscape of the online advertising world that Google has dominated for 4,000 years. It's also a green light to aggressive U.S. antitrust enforcers prosecuting big tech, which faces criticism from across the political spectrum. So get the lawyers after them.
Counselor!
Let me tell you something. When Democrats and Republicans agree on something, it's got to be pretty bad. They have 90-something% share of the market share. They're like AT&T or whatever the fuck. Back in the day, they had to break up AT&T into a bunch of bits. They're going to try that with this. Good luck. Maybe you want to get the woman spelling Google to help you out. Monopoly. Monopoly. Don't know. You take too much. What? Hardest I ever laughed. I was watching NBC News back in the 70s with Tom Brokaw. And they interviewed an Asian lady. Her store was up. She goes, black people steal too much. They steal too much. Right on NBC Nightly News. I was so offended. The court reaches the following conclusion. Google is a monopolist and, sounds like a dirty word. It's a monopolist. He'll get raped in jail. And it has acted as one to maintain its monopoly. District Judge Amit Mehta wrote that, boy, Indian versus Indian, I think, unless he's just a Jew with a good tan. I think it's Indian versus Indian, and I love it. He was being objective. Can some other people try that? The search engine giant controls about 90% of the online search market and 95% on smartphones. The remedy phase could be lengthy, followed by a potential appeals to the D.C. Circuit and U.S. Supreme. Why would you come up with the remedies before it's totally appealed? I don't understand. I don't. The legal wrangling could play out into next year or even 2026. Yeah, so we'll all forget about it. And meanwhile, they have another couple of years to cheat. They'll straighten it out after we get our guy in the White House. Folks, it's that easy to pick up on. Shares of Google, parent Alphabet company, fell 4.3% on Monday. And bad news for you, and it's bad beat if you don't make that deal. As part of a broad tech share decline. Google advertising was 77% of Alphabet's total sales in 2023. Alphabet said it plans to appeal Judge Mehta's ruling. This decision recognizes that the Google offers the best search engine, but concludes that we shouldn't be allowed to make it easily available, Google said in a statement. Yeah, but when you do that, and the way you did it, you're monopolizing, I guess. I find it very funny that a guy named Mehta is busting the big tech's balls. As you know, Zuckerberg's Mehta. Even though he's not, but he's part of it too. U.S. Attorney General, I'm a lying cocksucker, Merrick Garland, called the ruling a historic win for the American people, adding that no company, no matter how large or influential, is above the law. Hey, just because you like it, I disagree with it. Maida noted that Google had paid $26.3 billion in 2021 alone to ensure that its search engine is the default on smartphones and browsers and to keep its dominant market share. Tommy, their market share. That's a lot of billions. That's good news. But again, I would like it to be solved by tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Not after the fucking election. It doesn't mean anything. I just can't. I'm still in shock at how little press the assassination attempt is getting now. It's just fucking amazing to me how they hop. They are really, well, I mean, they're not clever. It's easy to do when you dominate the fucking media landscape. You send that memo out in the morning. I think the New York Times sends it to the White House. Or whoever. I do. Or Soros, whoever the fuck. I'm so tired of talking about it. I wish there was a brawl between, I don't know, the Brewers and the Indians. That's right, Indians, not Guardians. Guardians, what a gay name for anything. What do you do? We guard shit. Oh, I can see why that's sports related.
We got the base.
Yeah, we got the bases. We got Anyways, Cheatle. Remember Cheatle? Not Don Cheatle, not the mediocre black actor who they won't let not work. Talk about a DEI. That guy's as bland as dog shit. Cheatle and another cover-up. This would be Miss Cheatle. Former Secret Service Director Kim Cheatle, right? You remember Kim? There she is, looking like, again, a depressed Ozzy Osbourne when he was healthy. Am I right?
You snotty little bastard.
What? Who said that? And others in top agency leadership positions wanted to destroy the cocaine discovered in the White House last summer. But the Secret Service Forensic Services Division and the Uniform Division stood firm and rejected the push to dispose of the evidence, according to 3 sources in the Secret Service community. These are like those whistleblower guys, I guess. She wanted to dump it down the fucking turlet, like Karen Hill. Am I right? Multiple heated confrontations and disagreements, excuse me, I threw up in my mouth looking at her, over how best to handle the cocaine ensued after a Secret Service's Uniform Division officer found the bag on July 2nd of 2023. A quiet Sunday while President Biden and his family were at Camp David doing nothing, as usual. Camp David in Maryland? Is that where Camp David is? No, it isn't. Maybe there's a couple Camp Davids. Maybe they're twins. I don't know. That's stupid. At least one Uniform Division officer was initially assigned to investigate the cocaine incident, but after he told his supervisors, including Cheatle and acting Secret Service Director Ron Rowe, already a company man and a liar, who was deputy director at the time, that he wanted to follow a certain crime scene investigative protocol, he was taken off the case. So some guy wanted to use a certain to get to the bottom of it, and Ron right now, the upper brass said, "You're not going to fucking do that."
All right, get out.
Yeah, but I want to do my job. Get out of here. That's how they get hired, by the way. I swear to God. I swear this is what they do at a job interview if you want to work for the Secret Service at top level. They give you like a polygraph and see if you can lie and not get detected. Like they serve him a ham sandwich and they sit down, they go, "Did you just have a ham sandwich?" And he goes, "Absolutely not." And the thing doesn't move. You're in. Hired. Anyways, that was according to a source in the Secret Service community, familiar with the circumstances of his removal. So we have to believe it. While neither Joe nor Hunter Biden were at the executive mansion when the cocaine was found, it was discovered after a period when Hunter had been staying there.
Oh, that dirty cocksucker.
Oh, God. Let's take a look at this. Hunter! That looked like me and my friends at the Palace nightclub in Saugus, Massachusetts, in the men's room in the 80s. And yes, everybody was doing it. You take a piss in there, and instead of the attendant handing you a certs, it'd hand you a fucking 8-ball and go, good luck out there with that redhead. Thank you so much. I've told the story a million times, but I was doing a place in New Haven, Connecticut, a little comedy club that was run by, and I go in the men's room to pee before the show. The owner's mother, who's in her 70s, is in there snorting coke with a state trooper in his uniform. Dude. Oh. I was thinking about it while I was on stage, trying not to laugh. You gotta love it. It's the same place the guy docked me. He goes, you're late. I go, I'm going on last. I still got a half hour. Yeah, but we wanted here at 8. He fucking docked me $50. And I couldn't argue. I want my face bashed in by his mother. Unbelievable. Cheatle became close to the Biden family while hanging out with douchebag while serving on Vice President Joe Biden's protective detail. So close that Biden tapped Cheatle for the director job in 2022, in part because of her close relationship to First Lady and fake doctor Jill Biden. Everything they touch is just garbage. Everything they touch is done by because of your race or your color, your gender. They're the racists. They're the sexists. It's unfucking real. There, Jill Biden was asked how much is Trump going to beat Kamala by. When the cocaine was first discovered, Cheatle apparently snorted knew it would spark a media firestorm. And that's why she wanted to get rid of the shat. Hey guys, I forgot to tell you this 2 minutes ago. For those of you guys on Mug Club, stick around for the rest of my show. Everyone else, go to nickdip.com and join to get my full show. And Steven Crowder's show. And a whole lot more. And while you're there, click on the tour button. Jesus, it's here. Yep. This Friday night, I'll be at the Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts, Jacksonville, Florida. The next night, August 10th, Gas South Theater in Duluth, Georgia. Hope to see you guys out there. So I'll be in Dallas, then I'll be in Jacksonville, and then I'll be in Duluth. What am I, fucking James Brown, 1970s? Enough of this shit already. Somebody get me a lottery ticket. I'm tired. Anyways, second half of the show, if you stick around, somebody made a cameo appearance at the Olympics. Big thing. It's a big thing. People are very surprised during the surfing competition. Also, a pedo teacher was busted. I usually ignore these stories because there's so many of them, but it was just so disgusting. I thought I'd have to throw this one in. It's just, I don't get it. So stick around for those stories, and if I'm still conscious, as the flame of pain goes up my ass.
Hi, good night, everybody.